Hi everyone. I just wanted to make a quick video about thinking versus feeling with MBTI. I'm an INFJ, and I'm definitely a feeling person. I'm probably 75% feeling preference, and I know MBTI is a spectrum, so there is like another 25% that I'm a thinker. So I'm just going off of that. Um, so I wanted to talk about the difference between thinking and feeling, and I think, and I just looked at some, like a website, and it says thinkers deal with logical deciding. They analyze pros and cons. They like to tell the truth, and they think that that's more important, to be honest and be blunt. Kind of, they don't really worry about protecting people's feelings. They don't. This doesn't really enter their thought process. Um, Oftentimes they can be seen as indifferent and task oriented, and also uncaring. Feelers are definitely concerned with people and values, and we appear care. We're interested in harmony, and I definitely agree with that. As an INFJ, we're always worried about how people are feeling, and if there's any tension or we're like, ugh, So, um, I definitely believe in tactful over telling the cold truth. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I wouldn't say just I would protect people's feelings rather than here's the truth. Everyone knows. Okay, you're fat or you're not. Like, thinker will probably say, "Oh yeah, you don't look good in that dress," and they don't like mean it in a mean way. That's just how their thought process is, and they just say it. It's the truth. Like everyone knows it, or like it's obvious. But feelers will just like know that that person might be insecure about that, and then they'll just be like, "Okay, oh no, you look good. You look good," but you're also not telling them the truth. So there's a trade off there. So it's just value differences, I think, and I don't want to make a judgment about people's how they are, and don't want to say that thinkers are better than feelers, well, that kind of thing. Protect my ass here. um, and I think oftentimes feelers are seen as idealistic and needy and mushy and indirect. And I'm very indirect. And a lot of thinkers, I think, describe people being indirect as passive aggressive and stuff. I'm like, I don't know. Stop. Go away. Okay. So this is what the metaphor I'm going to use. I did read an article a long time ago that women are 70% feelers and 70% feelers and then 30% thinking as a general population, and men are 30% thinking. No, I'm sorry, 70% thinking and 30% feeling. So they're opposite. They're switched. And I'm always wondered if people think that men and women, is it because they're raised like that? Do we raise women to be feelers, and do we raise men to be thinkers? And or is that just hardwired in us? And it's probably like what I learned in science classes, like in an evolution class, like about sex and human logic and human structure, was that it's you, like the way you are it's partial, it's part um, uh, raising and natural genetics and instincts. So that's how I believe. I always believe there's a balance, or those two conflicting ideas can come together. Um, and I do believe that MBTI is a spectrum, and I think about the coldest, meanest, like direct in your face thinkers, and I just know that they cry at night. I know they cry and when their hardest day or whatever, and or the most open-minded, like hippie, like loving, feeling like, oh my god, good vibes kind of person, feeler, like hippie chick, like definitely uses a lot of thought processes, so that's just how it is. Um, so my metaphor was that I've always seen politics this way, always, that men are the Republicans and women are the Democrats. The Republicans generally like say, no, we should just do this. We're going to follow this plan logically. We're going to be logical here, guys. And the Democrats are like, but how about these people? How do these people feel? And so I went in Further. I've always thought that idea, and I'm like, that probably makes sense. Like, so I went and researched, and I saw like this site that said basically a lot of the different types. Go that way. I looked at ISCJ and ESCJ are way more conservative, and they vote Republican, and they vote conservative way more than everyone else. And I would consider those types of people to be conservative. And then I would also say that liberal people, like INFJ is the highest, we're the highest liberal, and INFP is the highest liberal, and so is ESFP. So, um, like that's I'll put the statistics in below the link, but it was very interesting because I know I grew up in a very conservative household, and I look at my parents and I go, it makes a lot of sense because like I think my dad's definitely a thinker, and my mom's an ESFP and she should vote them like liberal, but I don't know. Um, it's just it because it's overwhelmingly like, and so like I kind of felt bad about like betraying that in my family and all that, but I look and INFJs are like they like vote like 60% Democrat or something or 70 like way up there, and like then like 20% Republican and then like some other independent or apathetic, and I was like, what the hell? It's like, so I'm like, okay, good. So it's just like this is me being who I am, and that this is never gonna go away. Then, like, there's always gonna be these two different people fighting. That's always gonna be like, the thinkers are gonna be like Republicans, like, what are we gonna do here? What's the deal here? This is logical. We're gonna step through this. We're just gonna, this is the truth. And then the feelers will just be like, no, but what about these people? How do these people feel? What are we gonna do about these people? And I mean, like, I turned full on liberal in the last like year or so. Like, I mean, and I just think that's because I'm an INFJ. Like, I just see it that way. And a lot of INFJs are about healing the sick and poverty and those kinds of things. And those are very liberal, things. Like, give money to poor people. And, I wish it didn't have to be that way. But, um, you know, so to finish up, I think that thinkers use their mind and feelers use their heart. And I think what's important is if we're going to be better people, we can do both. There are some inadequacies in both temperaments. So if we want to be better people, we want to understand each other better, we need to bring them together. So I think that you can use your heart and your mind and, be very, to help the world be a better place. Um, they can belong together. And I just love that idea. It's so much different than saying I blame you, thinker, because you're a thinker. Why are you a thinker? It doesn't make any sense. Let's just be like let's just bring them together because we have this MBTI full long spectrum. We need to find the harmony era, the harmony center. So that's just how I feel about it. I know that's weird. I speak in riddles and tongues and shit. And so if you don't understand, I know I'll be happy to explain it further and just stay up with me. And I will. I'm going to do a lot of blogging and a lot of very creative things. And I want to do what I want to do. And I'm just gonna do it. I don't give a shit. I don't fucking care at this point. I don't fucking care anymore because it's been too much. It's just I just really want to help people, and I'm gonna do it the best way I can, and that is through love and harmony and compassion and using your brains and your talents and hard work, and that's what I believe in, and that will be my mantra. So I hope other people will join that mantra, and I hope we will not have an MBTI fight, and we will not have a Republican Democrat fight. I don't want that. I want people to understand themselves so we can understand each other better. So that's kind of where I want to end it. Thank you.